Good evening, everyone. I'm Anamika, and with me here is Tanmay. So, both of us are here as co-founders of the Transformational Lab, and today we are going to talk about affirmations, as affirmations are one of the most used tools when it comes to reprogramming your mind. It is also used for expansion, and it is also used for bringing some really positive and positive expanded changes in your life. So, hi Tanmay. Hello everyone. I just hope, I'm not sure if I am clearly audible. Can you hear me, Tanmay? Can you please confirm
I can
once?
hear you, right? I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, very much.
Okay, good.
So, all the people who will be joining us. So, today's topic is affirmations and how do they really work, and what mistakes do we make sometimes that they do not work the way we plan and the way we expect them to for us, and where do we go wrong in this journey at times when we are planning to do affirmations and we are also excited that yes, I'm going to make it work, and then it doesn't happen what we really expect. Thanks. Thanks, Akarma, for letting me know. Yeah. So Tanmay, how do you use affirmations when you're talking to your clients, and what do you really mean by affirmations? For me, affirmations are not just positive statements, but they are statements which give us a little extra view of, because when we get stuck in the current reality and we are like, this is how I am, this is how it is, and this is what it is, then affirmations can be used as a wonderful tool to just see what lies beyond this. So, not just positive affirmations, yes, we call them positive affirmations because they have the power to raise our vibrational frequencies, but also they are more expansive in nature because they can help us realize that we are not just our current situation, we are not just this moment, this reality. So Tanmay, what do you think, and how do you use this with your clients, and how has it worked for you in the past?
Uh, See, we have to come from the space that whatever we are experiencing at this moment is due to affirmation only. Good, bad, ugly, or whatever pain, grief, we are affirming it. It's through affirmation only. Maybe we are not aware. The affirmation we are talking of is through awareness. Okay. So the major mistake I had been doing was that the trust factor, the trust quotient, which we call it. ये तो जादू टाइप से है, ऐसे तो होता नहीं है, जो मांगो वो तो मिलता नहीं है, लेकिन हम ये भूल जाते हैं, we forget that whatever we had asked for, we are getting in this moment. Whatever. Maybe in our unawareness, maybe through our subconscious or unconscious self, but we had asked for it. And that is the base of how affirmation works. The trust that whatever you had asked for, you are receiving it in this life or in this moment. So affirmation ka the first step is the trust. If the trust is not high or it is not deep, what do I call trust? The moment we are affirming, there's a small mind which is telling it won't work, it won't work, it won't work. What are you doing? What are you doing? So the challenge becomes the what I'm trying to say. Whatever you repeat, don't it won't. So that is more trustworthy than it will. So that is where the gap is. That is where the
Mm-hmm.
gap.
Mm-hmm.
I feel the first
Right.
gap, the most potent or the most powerful gap is the trust factor. हम लोग
Now,
उसको थोड़ी
I guess what
जादू
you
जादू
called
की
the
तरह हम्म,
yeah, what you called the small mind is actually the big mind.
Yeah, the small mind is actually the big mind. Yeah, true.
Bigger mind. Yes,
The
yes.
bigger mind. Yeah.
And we, yes, and we
It is a
don't
very
know the
strange
ways it
paradox.
controls.
It's a very strange paradox. कि law of gravity we don't challenge. There is a law of gravity. Internet we don't challenge. We can't see it. Electricity we don't challenge. It is there. Nobody is debating whether electricity is there or not. But जहाँ
Right.
बात parallel या polar opposite की आती है, then we start
Hmm. Hmm.
not believing, not trusting. ऐसा जादू है, ऐसा होता नहीं, जो मांगो वो मिलता नहीं, लेकिन जो मांगा है वही मिला है अभी तक. Whatever we had asked for.
Yeah, we got exactly what we asked for. We really asked
Absolutely.
for.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's just about acceptance. Maybe we don't accept it. एक ही चीज जो हमें समझ में आता है कि पैसा मांगा था मिला नहीं. But that is also
Hmm.
true. Whatever we had asked for, whatever abundance hierarchy we are in, we have got that.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Absolutely. So that is, I guess, the first point, which when it comes to affirmations. And the thing is that how I see it, that the current set of beliefs which we have, and then in awareness, consciously first coming in the space where we understand that this is not just who I am. So I have the potential to create more, and I have the potential to see I'm not just this, I'm more than this. Okay. And from that space, slowly and slowly affirming, and when we are doing the affirmations at that point of time in awareness, seeing the part of ourselves which we think are not true. Okay, like for an example, I'm low on confidence. There have been times, right, I have been very confident. It's not as if 24/7 for the whole for my whole life I'm low on confidence. I mean, for anybody I'm talking. So it's just not seeing the single dimensional belief which we create for ourselves, but seeing ourselves as a multi-dimensional being, that yes, maybe there are things in me which are like this, but there are also things in me which are like that. So we are not just seeing ourselves as single dimensional beings, but actually multi-dimensional beings. So that is one thing. Then another thing, which when it comes to affirmations, is a lot of people see it as fake it till you make it. Okay. And
Absolutely.
apparently, yeah. And that's not false or anything. There's nothing right or wrong about it or anything. But the thing is that if you're faking it till you make it, the thing is that the small mind, which is actually your bigger mind, which we were talking about, it knows. It knows everything. You cannot fool it just like that. So, because it knows everything, it has to be in a way, in awareness, that whenever you affirm something, you also have to be aware that is my small mind at the back of my energy field somewhere is saying that this is not possible. It will not happen. It's not possible. That is something, because if that is happening, it's actually not possible. Okay, it's not gonna happen the way you're wanting it to happen.
Yeah. And the people also, we also miss out that it is not a 15-minute chanting. It's not a 15-minute chanting affirmation. You have to be in that
Hmm.
vortex for a longer time. We think that once we have affirmed affirmations we have done and that's it. It has gone into
Hmm.
the universe, and we start getting into the daily routine and forgetting what we have affirmed. That information has to keep repeating in your consciousness as long as you can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So it's not like do it once in a while kind of a thing. It There has to
आज
be
मन
some consistency in it.
या आज मन किया आज कर लिया, कल नहीं मन किया कल नहीं करेंगे.
Right,
It is
right.
consistency also.
Yes. नहीं, वो ऐसा होता है ना, घूमते फिरते, अच्छा हाँ टीचर ने बोला था, एंड
Um,
we had to learn it by heart. So we're just washing the dishes and we are like, okay, अभी बोल देते हैं. They're not just words. We need to understand this one thing, that there are two things, there are two parts of affirmations. One part is the word, means what we say, we are saying out loud. So words have energy. Okay, so your words carry energy, but the second part of it is from the space from where it is coming from, which is the bigger and the more important part of affirming. Because if you keep saying that, um, I'm loved, I'm loved, I'm loved, okay, and then your subconscious is always telling, but you're just like you are
And
not loved.
the other part which I have seen so profoundly is affirmation is not only for money. I've seen people only doing it for money.
Okay.
Whatever the amount is, it is not only about money. Affirmation doesn't mean we are asking only for money.
Mm-hmm.
There are other parts to life also. So उसमें मनी में ट्रस्ट हो जाता है कि अगर मिल गया तो अच्छी बात है, बट बाकी इसमें नहीं ट्रस्ट है. So
Mm-hmm.
that is also one gap.
Yes, yes, true. So about fake it till you make it. So first of all, it doesn't have to be the gap of your current reality and what you are trying to get in your future. That gap doesn't shouldn't be so big that your subconscious is always telling you all the time that it's not possible. So first, it has to be in a way so that you can feel it, you can actually live it in the present moment, you can actually believe. Okay, and I'm not even using the word trust or faith or anything. I'm just using a simple word called belief. Like you have this belief, right, that everything is going to be like this. Having another set of belief that yes, it is possible. Okay, yes, it is possible to me from move from the to me for me to move from this space to this. Yes, it is possible, and it is my belief. So I'm not even saying it has to be faith or anything like that, but just seeing that at least you can believe what you're saying. Okay, so let's suppose you're alone right now and you want a partner in your life, and you start saying that next month I'm getting married. Okay, and you have been single for last 10 years in your life, and you say that I'll attract the perfect person for myself in next month. I'm not saying it's not possible. It's not possible, but you have to check for yourself what your subconscious is telling you at the back of your head. Have you come have you already reached that space of energy where you're ready to, where you're in a non-resistant space of creating, where you're ready to create it? So you first have to come to that energy to create, and then do the affirmation. Because fake it till you make it is like, you know, it's because your subconscious is always going to tell you it's not possible. So you first have
Yeah,
to work on
fake
your
it till.
energy.
Better is face it till you make it.
Right, right. So that is one thing, that rather than fake it till you make it, there are two important points. That first, you ground yourself. You first become okay with your present reality, that it's not something you're escaping, it's not something you're rejecting, it's not something that you're running away from. It's something that you are completely okay with. Okay, I'm fine, this is how it is, but this is not my life. Okay, it's more than that. I am bigger than that. Life is bigger than that. It's not just the set of beliefs which I carry. So first ground yourself in this present reality, and so that you're not running away from it, you're not rejecting it. And then you, rather than making it too big, become aware of what your subconscious is telling you when you're affirming. And then when you've reached that space of non-resistance, you're not resisting things. When you affirm, you'll already be affirming from a higher vibrational state. So it will things will start flowing. And then consistency is one important point, which, like Tanmay mentioned, that you cannot just go on saying affirmations here and there and expect it to work for you. You have to be in that space. Maybe it would be just 1 minute in a day, but as if you're living it, you're already living it for that minute. That is your reality for that minute. Okay, and you're experiencing it actually in your body, because your brain is an instrument which cannot really distinguish if it is actually happening or you're just visualizing that it's happening. So when you visualize it, so it thinks that it's already happening, and the more you do it, the better it gets, and the more you get closer to the vortex, and the more you get expand your vortex, you enter the vortex and expand it, and it goes on.
True. Absolutely.
Yeah. And then have patience.
Oh my God.
Have patience. We live in a denser, we live in a denser dimension, but physical reality is little dense compared to energy and how things move here. So have patience, and time is given to us for our benefit, that we can make conscious choices and we can change, recreate after analyzing and after understanding, after feeling and experiencing, we can recreate our experiences. So time is given to us for our own benefit. So have patience. This dimension is such that it will take little time for you to manifest, and that also depends upon your energy, because if you are aligned, your mind, body, heart, all of them are saying just one thing and wanting and desiring just exact one thing, it is going to get faster and faster. So in that case also, you have to keep working on your alignment before you just like a school kid start memorizing affirmations. From
True.
that space they need to happen. Yeah.
True.
Yeah, thanks.
Any questions till now?
Yes, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask. Hi Aris, glad to see you here.
Only you can see people, right?
I'm so sorry. Yes.
Okay. Okay. That's okay. Any questions till
Hmm.
now?
Okay. I don't think, I mean, if any of you have any questions about this topic, please feel free to post it in the comment section below. Coming back to another important point when it comes to affirmations is that you're a part of the things which you are wanting. So if you think that just affirmations are going to, get you a lot of money or the perfect partner, it's like you have to go out and ask the person whom you like, right? You still are a part of creating your reality. So it's like we're always co-creating the reality. When you are saying affirmations, you're putting out the intentions from the universe, but it's like we are on the both ends. Okay, we are setting our intentions, setting it clearly out that this is what I want and this is what I desire. Okay, but you
True.
also are a cooperative component in that story, and you co-create. You're always co-creating with the energy. So you also are a part of it. So whenever it's your turn to take action, do not run away from taking action. It's your part to play, and trust trust us that if what you're affirming for is something that you actually really desire, you'll not run away from taking action. So it is also a reality check for you. What you're desiring is something that you actually truly want, or it is just another conditioning or another belief which was fed to your system that just to be accepted by people you have to make a lot of money, just to be accepted by all your married friends you have to get married. So is it coming from that space of conditioning, from the space of fear, from that space of ego? I'm not saying there's anything wrong if you're creating from that space, but if you're creating from that space, everything is not aligned. Your body, mind, spirit are running in three different directions. You're being torn off between different directions, and it's going to take a hell more energy. The better and the smoother approach is that you first bring them in alignment. You first become okay with what your body wants, needs, what your mind says, what your heart truly desires. And when once you're in alignment, that whole process is a smooth flow, because all your energy you're going to put it in just one direction. So that is one really important point. Another important point is that you have to, whenever you're saying these sentences, like for an example, I'm worthy. So it's as if it's not just three words that I'm worthy. You have to feel that. And for whatever time period, let's suppose you do it for 5 minutes, you be in that space that you actually feel and experience your own worthiness. Okay, I'm
True.
actually worthy and I deserve. Okay, and I deserve. And you be in that space of receiving.
Okay, there are
Then,
two questions for you. I can see the questions. Okay. I think laptop से login करने में I can see the questions. Through mobile I could not. That's the difference. I'm
oh,
logged in
okay,
from
okay.
the laptop today. So is our intention, Akarma is asking, is our intention to set information comes from a space of lack or abundance? That's a beautiful question. Yeah. Anamika, for you.
That depends. That depends. If Because most people who are doing affirmations is coming from the space of fear only, because they actually want to escape their current reality and they want it to become something else. Okay, so
But his
mostly people
questions
who
were
are
different. But his question was different, I guess. Should it come from the
okay,
space of lack or abundance? That's what his question was, I guess.
okay.
And
Is
that's
our
what I feel he's
intention
asking.
okay, okay.
See, if it is
No,
coming from the space of lack, then affirmations, working out the affirmations becomes a challenge because lack has its own low energy. So it should come from the space of abundance. But if you're not feeling abundant, then Anamika, for you to answer,
I don't know. I don't know. I cannot answer in terms of should or should not. It will
you have to
actually come from the
experience
space of
abundance, and that is where we most of us go wrong or go. कैसे बनूं, कैसे feel करूं abundance when I'm feeling lack? And that's a challenge.
hmm
So I teach them the repetition. So before sitting or before doing it, start repeating, and repetition has its own way to enter the into to change the reality. Keep repeating, but yes, you should not feel that you're faking it.
You're
Affirmation.
answering RSS question?
I was answering a karma's question. You are
Okay,
answering
okay,
Ramesh Sood's question. Am I? You are? Affirmation means
okay.
giving your
Affirmation.
100% and then trust the universe. Is it? I mean, doing is compulsory. No, it is not compulsory. It depends whether you want to do it or not. Why- If that was the question. What are the scientific basis of affirmation? What are the scientific basis of affirmation? How do you start believing things? Who is she? Vanshika. Okay. How do you start believing things when you see repetitions of it? So, moment you start repeating something, and that is how advertisements work, that is how propaganda works, that is how parents work. They keep repeating, they keep repeating. The moment the repetition is done, that's the scientific basis. And if your question is what can you extrapolate this question थोड़ा सा और पूछो exactly what are the scientific basis of affirmation? I think I have not got
I
this
guess
question.
what I guess what Vanshika is trying to ask is that what is the scientific proof of
That
affirmations?
it will
Is that
work.
what you is it will work or not? Is that what you mean, Vanshika? You can just write it in the comment section whenever
I
you
think
have heard our
she is
comment.
asking कि साइंस में तो cause and effect are very defined, right? ये करोगे तो ये होगा. तो affirmation करोगे तो उसका result आएगा. I think she wants to ask that. That is the basic basis of this live workshop. No? Where do we make mistakes?
How
How
does
does
it
it
work
work?
in terms of science?
So
Okay,
I take
so
it or you take
yeah,
it?
please. No,
Take
you
it,
take
take
it.
it. You're a better affirmation person. You write beautiful affirmations.
Okay, so how does it work in terms of science? So first of all, we need to understand that, I mean, when we say science, what do we mean by it? Okay, so science is a baby. Of course, it is related to energy. Science, as per my understanding, science is a baby of spirituality or energy or consciousness or mind. Okay, let's say mind for the time being, because science is about finding out how things happen the way they happen.
The cause
Okay,
and the effect.
so
True.
the cause and the effect. So, is it, I mean, are what are the scientific basis for affirmations? So if I don't know about what kind of scientific studies have been done on it. I have read about it. I don't remember the exact names and the period of time in which they were done. But let's suppose you just wire the human brain, okay, the human brain to the machine, and you just visualize, you just start saying things, and you just start actually going in the space where you're trusting it. Because the body is vibration, the effect is such that it doesn't understand if it is actually happening or it's not. Okay, so that is how powerful the mind is when it comes to reprogramming it or expanding it, when it comes to feeding a different set of beliefs to it. But as we talk about belief, you should actually believe it. Okay, because if you just start visualizing that I'm running, then you should believe in that moment that I'm actually running. Okay, and if your subconscious is just telling you that you're not running, that you're again going to hover around there. So, and is it related to energy? Of course it is related to energy. Everything is related to energy. What is not related to energy?
Absolutely.
So the mind is a very crucial part of who we are. Okay, and because it is all just one quantum field connected. Okay, and everything else, the body is a good important tool which is a part of it, the mind is a part of it, and there are many other different parts of it. And there is no way to actually cut it that this is where the body ends and this is where the mind ends and this is where the emotions end. They're all interconnected to each other, and they all form a part of one system, which we think ends when Anamika's body ends, the individual energy system ends. So it's not like that. It's a continuum. It goes on. It's connected.
And they are complementary. They are not opposite कि ये साइंस से अलग है और ये स्पिरिचुअलिटी के पास है तो साइंस से अलग होगा.
Yeah.
And they are both brothers or sisters, whatever you want to call them. If science is about objective world, spirituality is about the subjective world. That's the difference.
Yes. Yes.
So
And
yes, it is.
affirmations are tools which are used by therapists, which are used by psychologists. So they are used by people who come from a scientific background. They are used by people like us also who talk more about energy. Okay, who come from an energetic school of thought, not school of thought as in school of thought which we have created, but just that
Don't
we talk
use
about
that
everything in
word.
terms of energy, in terms of energy. So
So it's
yes,
simple.
that's
If I break my leg, I'll not start visualizing and I'll not start setting intention and I'll go to a doctor. I'll go to a doctor. That's simple, right? But when it comes to emotions, when it comes to the inner being, a doctor can't help. So that is the demarcation, if that's the word. But it is all related. It's correlated, right? Rather. It can't be differentiated कि यहाँ साइंस शुरू होता है यहाँ स्पिरिचुअलिटी खत्म हो जाता है या यहाँ स्पिरिचुअलिटी शुरू होता है यहाँ साइंस खत्म हो जाता है. बोथ सेम, similar or complementary. They are not opposites. So yes, it is. If you want to understand it, it is scientific, of course. But again, another debate: what is scientific? So let's not go get there. But it is. It is any repetition which you are doing and trusting will work on you. That is how most of the medicines, if you Google, most of the medicines are placebos. While eating, I'm repeating that I'm getting well. Okay, and so most of them works. Your camera has got stuck. You're
Yeah.
there, Anamika?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you. Your camera is stuck,
Oh,
frozen.
I have no idea what's wrong.
Okay, that's okay. If you can hear your voice, ठीक जगह stuck हुआ है. You're looking okay. अभी गया. अब आ गया.
Maybe
Don't
it's
you
fine
think
or it's still stuck.
it's still it's on. You're moving now. Don't you think lot of doing is mandatory to get an energy of affirmation connect? Don't you think lot of doing is mandatory? In fact, not lot of non-doing is mandatory to get energy of affirmation connect with quantum field. Yes, but the more you do, let us understand it from this way. The more we become the doer here, subjective mein, the lesser we will be able to. The more you surrender, the easier it would be to connect to the quantum field.
No, I will add on to thank you, Aras, for asking this question. This is really important. And this is, I guess, really a really good question. How we began this conversation. First, most of the people who do affirmations are doing it to escape their current reality. They are still in resistance. They are still in resistance of the things, the way things are moving. So that is what we discussed in the beginning. The most important point of doing affirmations, it's not about doing it more, doing it less. Consistency is imperative. It's important. But that doesn't mean that 24/7 you keep repeating something without actually coming in that space where you are just
Seriously.
not resistance. Okay, you're just okay with how it is. You're not trying to escape something. You're not trying to reject anything. You're just okay with what it is, and you have reached that space that yes, I am capable of creating. I'm capable of things the way I want them. I am capable of creating what I truly desire. Okay. And in that space, then it's not about more or less. It just happens. And then when you have even touched that space and you start affirming, then it becomes a chicken egg story. It's like the more you do, the better it gets. The more you do, the better it gets. The more you do, the better it gets. But if you just keep go on repeating without actually grounding yourself, without actually being okay with what is, then it's again like going against the flow. I guess that is the most important point I feel that most people miss, because most people who are doing affirmations, they're looking for shortcuts. That today I'll do affirmations for 30
Magic.
minutes and I am going to manifest whatever I want to manifest. It's like some kind of a magic or something without bringing change, true change in their lives. So,
True.
yeah, thanks for asking that question. That was very important. And so basically, we have covered a few important points. I'll just summarize it for everyone right now. Keep it real, fake it till you make it, do it consciously. Don't set the affirmation so high that your subconscious is always poking you that it's not possible. Set it in a way that you can believe that it is possible. You can trust, you can come in that energy, you can actually feel it. Third point, healing is crucial. Coming in alignment. Otherwise, if what your egoic sense desires, what desires you're getting out of your fears, your conditionings, and what you truly desire, they'll always be in a different direction and you'll be torn off in two different directions. Your energy will be pulled in different areas. To bring it together, to manifest anything, to get anything, first align yourself. So healing is again, as we say, crucial. Don't
True.
try to escape your current reality. Be okay, first ground yourself in the current reality and know that that is the truth of this moment. That is not who you are. Okay, that does not define you. You're bigger than that. You are of a much more potential. First, come in that space. Have patience, give it some time. Don't do it just here and there, one, two times in a day and expect results.
Absolutely.
Live them in the moment. Okay, whenever you're doing it 5 minutes, experience as if that is what you're living. And the last most important point, you are a part of co-creating your reality. So go out and take action when it's time for you to take part in creating your reality. So it's not like going to the temple and asking the God, give me $1 million tomorrow. If you want $1 million, you yourself have to go and receive it, right? Maybe you have to sign a document, and you're still going to be a part of it. You cannot take yourself out of it.
True.
So these are few important points which we have discussed today. And yeah,
We are
so work on
missing one.
your, yes, Tanya.
We are missing one question, I guess. I saw one more. Can you non-do without doing? And in context of, oh, can you check this question? Can you non-do? Am I?
Yes, yes. No, no, Haris, you cannot not do without doing.
Yeah, you it has to
You
go from
cannot
doing
not
to.
do anything. You cannot not do anything. It's just that you're so detached.
Hmm.
Like one quote from Lao Tzu's book, which is one of my favorites. The master does nothing, and yet nothing remains undone. So that is that is doing, not non doing, and non doing cannot go without doing, of course.
And vice versa.
Yes. And so these are few points which we have covered about affirmations, how to make it work, and where it goes wrong. So if anybody has any questions right now about this topic, then please feel free to ask it. And last one thing, that when you are doing affirmations, I've seen people, see, you can have it all in life. Life is meant to be holistically abundant, not just you have manifested a perfect relationship. Now it's like अभी ये तो मिल गया तो अब बाकी नहीं मिलेगा तो चलेगा. It's not like that. You just see, look within yourself. Each and every human being is here to live an abundant life. Okay. And now, I mean, it's rather funny how people perceive abundance. They'll directly relate it to money. And they'll be like, तुम तो अभी अंबानी नहीं बने हो. How can you be abundant? Abundance is not just about money. Abundance is a way of life. How you feel. Okay, it's how, what is your way of living, how, what do you embody, what energy do you radiate. Okay, and how is your experience. Richness is not just about the money which you have in your bank account. What would you do with it? Richness is an experience of feeling rich. Okay, feeling rich in the body, feeling rich in the mind, feeling rich in the soul, feeling so connected, like everything is yours. So abundance is a holistic experience, and life is meant to be holistically abundant. Okay, and then people would say, but this is wrong in my life, that is wrong in my life. Regardless of anything, you truly ask yourself, it is meant to be abundant. So thanks, Aris. So yes, that is about today. And another thing, it is meant to be abundant, but whenever you're doing your affirmations, focus on one area at a time. Work on one area at a time. Once you have reached that space of energy, then you move forward and you move forward and move forward. But if you start focusing, it's like just now I said, life is meant to be holistically abundant. And then what you do, you go home and you write affirmations about all 10 things in your life and you start repeating it. Don't do that. Start with one thing, one step at a time, one day at a time, one moment at a time. Okay.
Yeah.
And in that moment, you'll realize that it is holistically abundant, because that is how the beauty of abundance is. Because you realize it in one aspect of your life, you realize it in all other aspects. That's how abundance is. So, oh, please, Tanmay, would you just stop doing that? I can smell Vicks here.
Oh my God, this is my savior in winters.
No, I can really smell Vicks here. So please stop doing that. So I guess that is all from our side, everyone. Thank you so much for all the people who joined us today. If you have any questions about these topics, affirmations are one of the tools which I use with my clients, which Tanmay uses very frequently with his clients. So if you have any questions about this, then please feel free to write to us. You can just message us on LinkedIn. You can connect with us on Instagram, Facebook, wherever you feel like. You can find our WhatsApp number on our pages. So feel free to just WhatsApp us in case you need to connect with us for any kind of work to attend any of the workshops. And if you have any questions, you can just post it in any of these places. Thank you so much. Anything else, Tanmay, from your side?
No, that's a good one. Thank you, Vanshika.
Okay. Thanks, Vanshika. Thank you so much, all the people who joined. Thank you. See you all again. We're going to come
Bye
every
bye.
week. Please join us. Bye bye.
Suggest us also some topics which you feel we should be doing. That would be beautiful. Anyone
Yes.
can suggest us. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye, Anamika.
Bye, Tanmay.